The mission statement which we have, which is we are a spiritual community awakening to our divine nature through love, service, and personal transformation. And we did love last week, and this week we are, as Emily said, we're going to do service, or I'm going to talk a bit about it, but I'd like you to contemplate the ways of being in service. And one of the things I'd like you to realize, in my opinion, it's transformative. Service is transformative when it is not ego-based. Distinction between coming in to help or to fix someone else or another group and being in communion with them and to being part of them. And when we are in partnership with them, we recognize the particular attributes that they bring to the situation, their gifts, and we are really enabling them to unpack those gifts. And also, as we are in it as like a cultural exchange or a friendship experience, we get something and we acknowledge that we are not only giving something, but we're getting something. This is a difference from the I'm coming in to fix you. In this place, we are a community, and we give according to our ability to give. Not so much that we're going to get anything back, but the giving itself allows us to build something of great value here, which is a community, a place where we belong, where people can unfold their nature, and specifically to this idea, where we can actually give freely, in abundance, as generously as we want. And this giving, again, diminishes our attachment to our own sense of self. It's like we're not doing it just for ourselves. We're doing it for everybody. And we can see it here. We can see the effect of this. Is a special place made by the contributions of service that hundreds of people have done for decades. And it has momentum, and it has depth, and it has an energy that you can feel because people have given and continue to give. I think the miserable ones among us are the ones that try to hold everything so tight. Isn't it true? The misers, the stingy with their time and talent, the ones who say, what's in it for me? They bore us at some point, and they bore themselves into an unpleasant existence. It's really only when you go, I wonder what I can do to make the world a better place, that it starts to feel like you belong here and you're not a stranger. It becomes your planet, not somebody else's. That your presence, just as being who you are, is having an effect on everybody else in the room. Your oyster-like breathing in the atmosphere and breathing out whatever you're breathing out is creating the conditions for all of us to recognize that we are not on the spiritual journey by ourselves, and we're not crazy for being on that spiritual journey. And sometimes it's just the look or the presence or a hug or a comment or the most minor of things touches somebody that you don't even know you did, and they go off for a week with more strength than they came. We all scratch each other's back sooner or later. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have someone to come up and say, you know, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Or to pick up something you have left or lost, or to take you to the airport, to go to a funeral of someone you cared about, or to do something kind for you, to have a discussion, a common discussion among each other, just in the sharing of that. And then if we really get to the deeper essence of what we're really doing here, and we do it with a sense of love, kind of a Tonglen expression of love, which is that you will give love in all directions without concern for what you're getting back. That the phrase, I need you to give me something in return, doesn't even show up. That really what you're just saying is, I like to do this because it is my true nature to give. It is, in my opinion, the constriction that the ego has learned to get that keeps us from recognizing who we really are. And so we need practices, many practices for some of us, practices to get us out of our ego and into this greater sense of self, which is largely just love, service, and awareness. Those are the three things that take us out of this ego. And if we fail to do one of those, we weaken our ability to journey beyond our little self and to awaken to our triumphant nature of being the self. If we wish to have powerful communities, we give financially when we can. We give of our talent when we can. And we give of our treasure. But the community is for all of us. And we all give out of what we can, and we take according to our needs. This is what makes a church, and what makes us a wonderful place to be. And so I want to thank all of you, from the lucky wealthy to the lucky poor, that you have made it here. And you make it here. And everyone is welcome. And everyone has something to give. And everyone receives. This is your home, and that's why we come.